Almost 30 years ago, the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act of 1994, also known as the 94 Crime Bill, was signed into law, spearheaded by then Senator and now President Joe Biden. The problems with the bill fall into two major categories: how it was written and what was written. How it was written was by working with police union leadership and doing business as usual, instead of engaging meaningful input and participation from the people who would be directly impacted. What was written was policies such as mandatory minimum sentencing and billions of dollars to expand policing and putting people in cages, but calling it safety. Now we're seeing and hearing similar rhetoric from some elected officials about crime spikes and the need for more funding for cops and cages, despite the need for relief in the midst of a global pandemic. After 27 years of harming our communities, the crime bill needs to go. Those most impacted by the criminal legal system are coming together to dream bigger and fight for better. It's time for a new vision for safety and policy making that works for all of us. The People's Coalition for Safety and Freedom is partnering with organizations across the nation to repeal and replace the 94 Crime Bill and democratize the legislation writing process through what we're calling the People's Process. The People's Process includes surveying our communities about what actually keeps us safe and where more investments should be instead of policing, and collectively developed political education to help get the message out. The People's Process will culminate with People's Movement Assemblies, PMAs for short, in each state. The PMAs are basically democratic, community-led town halls to build power and brainstorm what should be included in our bill. The states participating in the People's Process include California, North Carolina, Illinois, Tennessee, and Texas. This September, the People's Coalition for Safety and Freedom will facilitate a national People's Process that will shift power to our communities. And collectively, we will create the legislation we need to replace the 94 Crime Bill. Our goal is to establish new federal funding streams that invest in resources that actually keep us safe, and to flip the traditional cycle of making legislation on its head. There should be nothing about us without us. If you or your organization wants to throw down with us, sign up today.